you may not like this, but you might be a drama queen. Now, before you run away, just hear me out. I can see 2 reasons why this could be happening. Hi, it's Ieva here. Welcome to my channel. By the end of this video, you'll have my very secret 3-step formula that will help you stop sabotaging your relationships and your love life. So make sure that you stick through all the video. I actually dedicated the whole first chapter in my book, Why Am I Still Single book for women, where I talk about, why you'll marry the wrong person. So if you don't address that thing, I can guarantee it's very likely that it will happen. So what are those 2 things? Well, you are just used to dating guys that don't show up, that don't respond to you, that maybe disrespect you, that treat you that you don't matter, that are playing all these games, and all these things, and you don't think that there is any other way. So you are used to all this drama. And why is this happening is because, and that's where the number 2 reason is that maybe this is something that you are bringing with you from what you see around and what you saw around when you were growing up. Maybe your parents were in this dynamic in their relationship where they were maybe quite abusive towards each other, maybe verbally, emotionally, maybe even physically. And there was always, this like uncertainty. You never knew what was going to happen. So you even developed this vigilance, and you were always, okay, what's the next thing is going to happen? Is he going to respond to me? Is something horrible is going to happen in this relationship? So if this is something that you're used to, then it's very likely that when you don't even have that in relationship, let's say when you are with a guy who seems to be, in your eyes, a bit boring and a bit plain, it's because that you are used to all this drama. But don't worry, you can change that. And I'm a great example, because I got 10 years of experience of chasing unavailable guys, but I'm actually in a relationship, and it's quite a healthy one. And I mean, ask me next week, I'm joking. What can you do to actually change that? So my secret 3 A's. Number 1, awareness. Now, if you look back at your relationships and you can see, you know what, maybe I was a bit of a drama queen, as in when I'm seeing someone and when things are going quite well, I would cause that drama maybe myself. And I would start making something out of nothing. And maybe I can clearly see that I've attracted people in the past, and I'm even drawn towards people that are not really so good to me, and maybe I keep chasing the wrong kind of guy. Make sure that you watch a video on my channel why you may be attracting the wrong kind of guy over and over and over again, if you're ready to change that. So now, step number 2 is to address. Okay, so now you see, you have the awareness, and yes, I'm doing this. So you are addressing. So how can you address that? For example, you are chatting to someone online, and maybe you are about to meet that person, and this person is being flaky. This person is not showing up how they were said they would show up, whether they're not showing up for that Zoom call date, whether they're not coming to pick you up at the time that they said. Maybe they're changing plans at the very last minute. Maybe they are very available during the day, but then during the night they go radio silent, all these things, and you start thinking, something does not feel right. So when you clearly see when the guy starts behaving like that, when he's starting being flaky, and doing all these funny business things, just take a step back and actually address the situation. Don't try to find him excuses why he's doing these things. Ask yourself, okay, is this the kind of person I would like to be with? do I want to continue waiting around for this person? Instead of, ignoring, just address the actual situation that is happening. Now, if you are already in a relationship, how could that be showing up? So maybe you have your partner told you something, they commented you on something, or on something that you did, or whatever, and now you hear that thing and you made up the whole story, that this person, that he doesn't love you, don't respect you, and all these things. When it could be, there is a chance, a possibility that this reaction that you're having has nothing even to do with what that person said, but maybe it's something that is triggered from the past. Maybe it's something, that caused you a lot of pain in the past. So how can you take a step back and actually address at that moment whatever is happening when your partner says, you know what, this dress looks a bit off. You look a bit off in this dress. Don't jump into the conclusion that, oh, he's body shaming me, whatever. Maybe it simply means that this green color is just not your color, and that's it, and just doesn't go with your skin. And he can see that because he was not the one that bought that online, where, that green color was the perfect color for the model that was showcasing the dress. So I know this is a silly example, but if you are in a relationship, I can guarantee that that very often is that these small things, they come into these, massive disagreements that are just, there is no need for that. And I'm only saying this as a reminder to myself, because I can see that, with my partner on a daily basis, sometimes if I don't address certain things, if I don't check in with myself, then this tiny small thing, a left mug on somewhere that I don't like it, and me thinking, oh, he never remembers what I say, he doesn't care, can escalate into this massive thing. So just address the things that are happening instead of ignoring, because when it all piles up, and then there's like boom, a massive thing happens. And the third A is that you have to accept. I'd love to think that one video can change your life, and that you can, become so aware, and you just like bam, 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 I'm like done and dusted, and I'm not doing these things. However, on this journey, I don't know what's the other word for this, just ignore this self-development language. You have to accept the fact that it's going to be a bit difficult, and that the road is going to be bumpy and not, just like a smooth journey. And you have to accept yourself when you fall down and maybe you start going after the things that are familiar to you. Maybe you will decide that, oh, I want to change my ways. And you start dating a guy who is very different from these other guys that you were dating, because he's nice and he's treating you the way that you wanted always someone to treat. And it seems a bit boring, and then you kind of create that drama because you're just like, oh, this is just like, I can't deal with this. So you create that drama, and then later you realize, whoa, I messed up that relationship. It's very important that you are kind to yourself and you take baby steps, and just don't be too harsh on yourself, because it's not easy, to unlearn all that stuff is not easy. Just keep coming back to this and ask yourself, okay, what kind of relationship do I really want to have? And the way that I'm behaving, how's this getting me closer? Or how is this getting me very far away from the relationship that I really want to have? Are you aware what is happening? How can you address it and then accept that it's not going to be easy? But I think you can totally do that. Oh. Tell me in the comments, how do you think you may be showing up in your love life, in your relationships as a drama queen? I'd love to know this. Now, if you may be thinking, you know what, I think there are other things that are sabotaging my relationships, then make sure that you watch the first part of this video. If you like this video and you find it useful, then please click like. If you know someone that could find this useful, make sure that you share it with them. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching this. And if you are interested in more videos like that, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Hit the notifications so you don't miss the next video that I post. And I shall see you next time, and always remember that you are worthy of love. See ya!